Welcome back to Movie Trailer Reviews Podcast with your hosts Chris and Phenom here. And we're here to review, I guess it's a horror film. I guess what is this, a horror slash slasher film? Yeah, I guess it's a horror.
Slasher comedy.
Yeah, slasher comedy, thriller, they even have it listed as a mystery on IMDb. Happy Death Day. A college student relives the day of her murder with both its unexceptional details and terrifying ending until she discovers her killer's identity. This is basically Groundhog Day, just with her dying. It's Groundhog Day and Edge of Tomorrow, because there's an Edge of Tomorrow type feel to it at some point when she keeps dying over and over again to try to figure out who the fuck is killing her. But I'm gonna stay here. It's surprisingly good.
I enjoyed it. I mean, they essentially did what the trailer showed that they would do. Like, that's what I was expecting. When I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, this is an interesting concept. I'm surprised it hasn't been done before. Person tries to figure out how to stop somebody from killing them in a horror film. Like you said, they did it in Edge of Tomorrow. So was looking at the trailer and I was like, I don't know. This title is a pretty damn bad name for a movie. But then I saw the trailer and I was like, you know what? If they make this shit funny, like make it kind of like Scream funny,
right?
Then this will work.
Right.
Because you can't take this concept seriously with this blonde girl who keeps getting murdered over and over again. But I think what the film did really well that the trailer didn't really need to show you is that she is kind of an asshole. Like huge asshole.
There's no kind of to this. The main character, what is her fucking name? The main character is played by I think Jessica Roth. Her name is Tree Glibman.
Her name is Tree, bro.
Yeah. Listen, she is a horrible. Beginning of this film, she's a horrible person. Horrible to the point that I think I said this to you when I left the theater. She reminded me of Dee from It's Always Sunny. Because Dee is a horrible fucking person. And so when things start happening, like, it's going to sound bad, but when she gets stabbed in this film, I'm kind of like, well, you kind of had that shit coming. Like, you kind of had that shit coming because she is a terrible human being to other people.
Through the whole, and I mean, she's terrible to people that even annoy me. Like the girl with the clipboard that wanted you to save the Earth Day signatures. Like, I don't know how signatures on paper will save Earth Day when paper comes from trees, but fuck logic.
Yeah.
That person is annoying as shit too. The random dude that just keeps popping out from behind the pillar to surprise her. That motherfucker is annoying too, but it's the way she handles those situations. And it's not till like her fifth death that she realizes, maybe I should start being a better person.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I like with Groundhog's Day, there was always that question of how long was Bill Murray actually trapped in that day? And they said something like 30 years or some shit like that, right? Because of all of the things he was able to accomplish. Essentially, this girl doesn't accomplish a whole fucking lot. And I'm glad that they didn't put a whole lot of effort into how much of a better person she could make herself while being murdered every day. Because that kind of just fizzles out your whole enthusiasm, right? You can learn to play the piano. Sure, you could learn to ice sculpt. But you're going to get stabbed at night.
Well,
at some point, or blown up in a car, which is in the trailer, or I don't know, man. Just any damn way.
Like, I think the thing about this film is, we said it doesn't. Well, you say it's funny. It doesn't take itself so seriously, but in a way, it does because it knows that. I think you said it to me when we left the theater. This is made for the teen crowd, but it understands all the tropes that come in teen movies, so it gets them, and it's very self-aware. And I think that's one of the problems with a lot of horror films or thriller films now is they're not self-aware. You got to understand that some of the things you do in these films that always happen are ridiculous and stupid. So when they do things that are the tropey things, like she's a member of a sorority, and the entire group of sorority sisters are terrible fucking people. Like every single one of them are horrible fucking people. They just are. And but they lean into it, so you're like, oh wow, they're kind of bad. And she of course has her moments. She starts realizing that, oh, I'm a terrible person. I need to get better. And like I said, they don't go too far with it, but they also show you enough without going too far into it. They give you the background into why she's a terrible person, and you're kind of like, I can kind of see how that happens. Then I can see why you had a traumatic experience at one point, and you kind of went into being a horrible fucking person to everybody else you could come across. Um, and like they actually form a pretty decent story just by continually going. Because like when you start the film, you're in the loop already. Like you're already in the loop, and the entire film is about being in this loop where she continually dies, and it becomes a mystery as to who is killing her. You know, and like I said, I don't know. It's just it's actually done pretty smartly, and I think that's why
That's what I was saying.
you said what now?
It's actually really intelligent writing
Yeah.
for such a simple and basic teen horror film, right? They didn't go too over the top. The jokes are funny, even when they're corny.
Mm-hmm.
They're funny. There's some really corny jokes in this. The way they try to get the audience with who's actually killing her, like I paid attention to certain things they revealed and certain things they didn't reveal. There's weird casting in this movie for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
They had like, when you're watching the film, just pay attention to what is shown about the person that's killing her and how they use that to set up who her killer might be. Like the most obvious, like one of the things I noticed, the most obvious thing that I thought that they did was, for some reason, her killer is wearing a shirt or a jacket or a hoodie that sleeves are too short, so you can see the complexion of the person blatantly. It's not hidden; it's right there in front of you. What they then do is they show you a bunch of people that she interacts with throughout that day who are all the same fucking complexion.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, fuck. Then they start doing some shit with height, and you're like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't figure out who this is because all these people basically fit the description. And from there, it just continues on that this motherfucker that is trying to kill her is a goddamn genius.
It's determined.
Okay, he is a diabolical son of a bitch, because it doesn't matter where she goes or what she's doing, he ends up getting her
Mm-hmm.
at some point. And it's kind of fucked up, because there are a couple of deaths that are supposed to be funny, but they're really fucked up because then you realize she just got stabbed in the neck.
Oh yeah, I mean they're pretty brutal deaths, and the other thing too they do with it, because she is such a horrible person to people, you start questioning the people. Like you see her with somebody, you're like, oh, it's definitely got to be this person. Oh, it's definitely got to be. Oh, you're an asshole. Oh, this person helping her. Oh, this it's really it's going to be real that it's really him. Like they do a good job of showing, giving you a long list of suspects, because she is so unlikable. And I actually thought when the film started she was so unlikable, I was like, yo, this is not gonna work. Like I don't like this, because I want her to die. You know, I'm not rooting for her. But as the film goes on and you see her slowly start to, not even really slowly, but really start losing her mind almost, because she's constantly having to die. And they even do something kind of interesting with that, about how her body is reacting to her dying all the time. You know, they do something interesting with that. Like it's a surprisingly smart film, and I wasn't expecting that.
Like I like the way she reacted to her deaths.
Oh yeah,
I like the way she reacted every time she failed and had to relive the day over again.
mm-hmm.
Her reaction to different people, like the whole trauma of it, the first couple of times she dies, and how she just really acts like a spoiled ass brat. But like you could feel the frustration, because you kind of get frustrated watching it. Like there's terrible ringtones. There are annoying questions that she gets asked every day, and they are fucking annoying. There's ridiculously stupid male chauvinistic college humor that you have to hear every fucking day when you wake up. You kind of get to see the world from her perspective while repeating the same day over and over again. The only thing I will say is, for me, and they did cover this. They didn't fix it, but it all made sense in the end. I knew who it was early because there's a particular death where I'm just like, there's no way it could be anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But then they kind of they start to fuck with you, and I was like, okay, I really don't know who it is anymore. And I was watching the film like, oh my god, I need this to wrap itself. Like they have to fix this for me, and they do end up fixing it for me,
Right.
right? So I thought I was onto it, and I was like, okay, we'll see how they handle this.
Yeah.
And ultimately, in the end, I was satisfied. I was like, okay,
Yeah, I mean, again,
work.
when you think about this genre of movies, these teen slasher films, there's only about a handful of stuff you can do with it, right? And you're usually not generally surprised and shocked. And again, like everything they do in this film kind of just fits. Like I don't know a lot of these actors in this film. You know, I don't. I mean, I've recognized some of them here and there. For the most part, you don't really recognize any of them. Like I don't even Jessica Roth. I really haven't seen. Well, she was apparently in La La Land.
I haven't seen La La Land,
Yeah, me
so
either. So she was in that, but everything else I haven't really seen her in anything. And she's a lead, but I don't want to say that they're not acting, but like it's the cheesy teen acting that you come to expect, but they're doing it on purpose. Like they're in on the joke. You know, the fake sorority sisters that fake like each other, but they call each other bitches and are terribly just generally horrible people to each other. Like there's a scene in here with one of the black sorority sisters, which kind of just goes to your whole thing of this is why you shouldn't be black and join a white fraternity or sorority because it's not for you. There's one of those kind of moments in this film, and it's just like, yeah,
but did you
sis.
see how many black girls they had in the sorority?
Yeah, I can see, yeah, yeah.
That shit tripped me out because I was like, all
No,
these
that
other
happens all the
black
time.
women are being mean to this one black woman because this asshole white girl is telling them to.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll call it the Stacey Dash.
I think they had a good balance of a-hole characters, and I think that's why it's easy for you to like Tree, even when she's being an asshole, because she's kind of a funny asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of like from a distance, you like to watch her be mean to people as long as she's not fucking mean to you.
Mm-hmm.
But then she starts to interact with people who are worse than her.
Right.
So you're kind of like, oh, that's Queen asshole right there, though. Okay, cool. I fucks with Tree now a bit more because I definitely don't fuck with her.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, this is a surprise. Like I was expecting to kind of like it or kind of enjoy it based on the deaths, but like maybe it was gonna be an actual like I don't think the trailers. I guess the trailers do it just because they don't tell you enough. But if you go in here, I was not prepared for it to be as funny as it was. And it's not to say that comedy is overbearing because after a while, the film does get serious and there are some really, like deep and fucked up things that are happening. But like, it's also pretty funny sometimes. Like there are some just over the top ridiculous things that go, okay, yeah, you know what it reminds me of? What was that movie that James Gunn did? It was Slither. Something like that. It reminds me, it's in that vein of a movie that's a horror film, a thriller, has some fucked up things happen, but also has these comedy moments where it's like they're kind of tongue in cheek a little bit. That's what this film reminds me of, and it's surprisingly good. Like I don't see how you go to see this film, and be upset when you leave.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was a very comfortable watch. It was funny. It was fun. It was enjoyable. I think it's a great Friday or weekend flick film to go see. Honestly, if you pay full price, I don't think you'll be like dissatisfied with it. It's probably more of a matinee with people now who have these movie cards. This is definitely something I would use the movie card to go see. It works perfectly for that. It's a good little date movie. So, dudes, you can go with your girl. You can take your girls. They can all just go together without niggas. Y'all can stay at home. It's whatever. I don't see people walking into this and walking out going, man, that was trash. Like, let's not forget we had that film, that Boogeyman film earlier this year, and that film was trash. I can't even remember what the name of that terrible ass movie is anymore.
Oh, Boogeyman. Oh, was that the Bye Bye Man shit?
Yes, Bye Bye
Oh
Man.
god, yeah, fucking film
Bye
was
Bye Man,
terrible.
which made no sense.
Oh god,
November Man and Bye Bye Man are the two most nonsensical films ever with dumb titles.
yeah, no bullshit. I saw The Foreigner last night, and Pierce Brosnan is in it, and I immediately thought of the Bye Bye Man. I was just like, oh, God, that stupid
You
fucking
mean
title, man.
November Man?
Oh, November Man. I was like, oh, that fucking stupid ass name. That never. That seriously, it's the fucking dumbest explanation in a film.
They yada
The,
yada the explanation, man. They just yada yada the
they
explanation.
it's just so fucking stupid. Oh god. Anyway, out of 10, what would you give this film, man?
I would give it an 8.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
me, it did what it needed to do. I don't think it could have been better. Probably. Is it bad? Not at all.
yeah, I think that I don't know for this kind of film. I don't. I'm gonna give it an 8 too. I don't know what else you do. I don't know how else you make it. I don't know how you make it better. It knows what it is. It's a very, like I said, it's a very, very self aware film, which then makes it very smart. And I think that a lot of these films, their problem is they're trying to reinvent the wheel and be something that they're not, and try to pretend like, oh well, I'm the first to ever do this. Like, no, you're fucking not. Like you said, this film, you watch it, you're like, this is fucking Groundhog Day. It's fucking Edge of Tomorrow. Like we've seen these kind of films before. It's got a little scream element to it. It's like we
It's a lot of Scream element because
right,
that clumsy fucking killer
yeah,
is so Scream,
yeah,
running into walls,
right,
jumping over things,
right,
popping. You can see that they look confused and stupid behind that confusing and stupid looking baby
right,
mask.
right. So it's like
It
all that
really
stuff is there.
it is a film that at one point you start to wonder: is it multiple killers?
No, seriously, you do. You wonder that you're like, wait, maybe it's multiple people. Like, how are they doing? Like, it's one of those things that like they knew what they were doing. They knew the film they were making. They made that film, and yeah, it fucking works. It's why it's actually got like a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like,
I would
yeah,
think the audience is going to enjoy it much more than critics because critics are sticklers.
yeah.
But I just don't.
It like I
The
said,
only way they could have made this film better, so maybe that it could get a 9 or possibly even a 10, is a little more diversity with the deaths
yeah.
and add blood. But I understand why they didn't add blood
Was it?
because it's for like 13-year-olds and shit.
Is it PG-13 though? No, it's an R-rated film.
Is it? They damn sure didn't like get into the slasher part of it, didn't really.
Yeah, they really didn't. Oh no, you're
No,
right. No, it's PG
it was
13.
always cutaways
Oh
and
yeah,
screams and
it's
stuff.
PG
Died.
13. Oh, that's actually see that's you know what that makes it even more surprising to me because for a PG 13 horror slash thriller film, this is really good. Like I don't know another PG 13 horror slash thriller film that's this good because usually when they're PG 13, they're garbage. They're really really fucking bad. And so the
Mm-hmm.
fact that it's just PG 13 like really shocks the shit out of me. So that's
So it is
even
PG-13.
yeah, it's PG 13. I'm looking at it now. It's
That's
like
what I
that.
thought. Yeah, I was watching. I was like, "There's no blood. They're not cursing a whole lot. Like she's not cursing a whole lot when she's dying, and they keep cutting away.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, now you think
That's
yeah,
a 13 thing.
yeah. But again, usually when they do PG 13, like the films are just they're not smart. They're not self aware. Like what was it that stupid ass? I don't know if you went to go see it with me. The Wish Upon movie. Was he so fucking?
Oh my
Stupid?
yes, yes,
That fucking
yes,
stupid ass, and that might have
yes.
been that actually might have been R rated. That fucking stupid ass fucking
Man,
movie.
you know what? You know what came to my mind when you were like, I can't think of another PG-13 horror film that's this good.
Yeah.
The first film that popped in my head when you said that was Drag Me to Hell.
Mm.
Drag Me to Hell was the other film that I remember seeing. We were like, holy shit, this is rated PG-13 and it's actually good.
Mm.
I haven't seen that film in a minute though, but I remember that had the same thing. Blonde girl is a star, and she trying to save her own life by kind of being an asshole. And in the end, she actually gets dragged to hell. Like the title promised somebody getting dragged to hell, and she got dragged to hell.
Yeah, and Wish Upon was PG 13 as well. So yeah, no, fuck, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, yeah. Like you give me a choice between Happy Death Day and Wish Upon, and again, there's a ton of these PG-13 shit ass movies. I
Yeah.
want to say what was that fucking movie I saw last year that was like only on the fucking laptop. Oh my god, that shit was.
Oh, the internet shit.
Yeah, the fucking internet. I can't remember what the fuck that shit was
Wait, are you
called.
talking about the one with the little girls all were killing each other
It was the
or
one.
whatever?
No, the entire film was basically shot on a screenshot of a fucking MacBook screen.
Oh, the Facebook movie?
Yeah, the Facebook fuck ass movie. Like I can't remember what that shit was
Man,
called.
fuck it. I don't want to
No,
remember.
you
I
don't. We
remember I
don't.
watched
You don't
that
want.
shit.
You didn't see it. I went to go see
I
this
didn't
shit.
see it in theaters.
Unfortunately.
I ended up seeing it later
Oh
on like
god. Yeah.
no. Oh my
Yeah.
God. That
It was.
shit was
But it was
terrible.
bad, right? Because the entire like shit like that. Like that's normally what you get in these kind of films.
The one where old boy stuck his hand in the blender before he died and
Yeah.
they saw
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
So bad.
stupid fucking social media death
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all Facebooking and Skyping each other for no damn reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
It's
died.
fucking.
Google
Yeah.
Hangout. Don't kill me.
Yeah. It's fucking terrible. So anyway, folks, there you guys have it. That is a review for Happy Death Day. It's actually surprisingly good, so go check it out. You can find the rest of the reviews on Movie Trailer Reviews on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, or you go to mtrnetwork.net. And stay tuned. Go find our YouTube page, MTR Network. We have plenty of stuff coming out from New York Comic Con. You're going to want to find that stuff and listen to that. So just keep an eye out and listen for it. And until next time, we are out of here. Peace.